fine.
Welcome to Fat People with Opinions, bitch. I'm Isaiah.
I'm Taylor. We just went through it.
With this sound, bitch. We're really podcasters, really DJing A&R in the studio producing, bitch, because we were really treble and cleffing.
Come on, treble and cleffing.
Okay, bass, reverb, bitch, and we're here. We're here with another episode, and today we're going to discuss things that I don't know.
Things that I don't know. How has your week been?
It's been pretty good. I mean, if I'm being honest, I had like low key like a lazy gym week.
What's that mean?
I went to the gym, but I really haven't accomplished everything that I want to accomplish. Like I've only done cardio once this week, and it's already Thursday. So I didn't go to the gym Monday, which always whenever I skip a Monday, I always feel like I'm a failure.
This week is a wash.
Right. Don't throw the whole week away. Like I just need to start back over. But it's okay. And then I went Tuesday and I just did legs. Like I just lifted that day. And that was cool because I usually like a day where I can just lift and I don't have to do cardio because cardio is the fucking worst. That's one of the things I despise the most about working out.
I agree.
But Wednesday, what did I do? I did the stair stepper and then I did like 3 butt exercises and that was it. And then I left because I've been waking up late because this whole time thing, like that really fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? I'm really struggling to get out of bed because it's cold.
Yes, it is always cold. I have a remote start on my car. I'm appreciative of that.
Come on, remote start. Well, we don't all come from luxury. You know, we don't all live luxurious, you know, the fame child, the fame. We don't all live, you know, expensive upper echelon lives.
Okay.
So
you see where I live. It's not in the upper echelon.
So I have to go to my car to start it. Okay? And I be cold.
And I be cold.
In my car. But yeah, I just been struggling this week with the gym stuff. I mean, work hasn't been too bad because we've been having like a lot of training and stuff this week. So I haven't had to like actually be doing work. I'm learning. But outside of that, it's been an okay week.
Well, I feel like this episode is basically going to be about how I've been feeling this week.
Come on.
So instead of me giving you like a little catch up, I had like a little idea for like a little miniature game.
Come on.
So are you familiar with the show Shark Tank? Do you know what they do on that show?
What is Shark Tank? I don't know what that is.
It's when people bring in inventions and then try to get people to invest in them.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. There's like the 3 white people. Mm-hmm. And yes. Well, there's a black man that's on there sometimes. And they bring in the inventions and then they say how much they'll invest in the company or whatever. Mm-hmm. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay, so what we're going to do is you're going to be the shark. And I'm going to bring you my invention. And then you're going to tell me if you want to invest in it or not.
Okay.
You can also be like, I'm out and not invest in my invention.
Okay. I'm into this. This is fun. Okay, right. Game.
Okay. Shout out to the Jenna and Julien podcast for giving me this idea. I was listening to it earlier today.
This is a really good idea.
Okay. So this is going to be like a real pitch too. Like I'm really going to pitch you on this invention.
Okay. I want you to be the shark at some point and me pitch you ideas as well. But
okay.
Go.
I have 2. Okay. I mean, if you have one now, we can go back and forth.
Okay.
But okay. So my first one, okay. This is me walking into the pitch room. Mm-hmm. Poop. Did that offend you?
I don't know what's happening. Poop?
Me yelling it. God damn it! Did that offend you?
No. But why are you yelling?
Well, let's say that it did.
Okay.
Everybody lives in a house, right? Or some kind of a dwelling area.
Everyone lives in a house. Where is this going? Everyone lives in a house.
Just stay with me, okay? I'm trying to pitch you, shark. You have a lot of teeth. And if you stop swimming, you'll die.
And you punch them in the nose, and apparently that makes them stop like wanting to eat you.
I feel like that is a myth.
I feel like that is not. I feel like I remember watching the Discovery Channel, and them niggas was saying that if a shark attacks you in the water, you have to punch them on the front of their face, in their nose, and that will like stop them from wanting to eat you.
Okay, I mean, I would probably do that if I were in the wild anyway, just because, safety, but I don't feel like it would work.
If I was in the wild.
Because where else am I going to encounter a shark?
Not the ocean.
the wild.
Bitch, I'm fucking dead. The wild thornberries. First of all, why are we in the ocean? Oh, I'm sorry. Go. I'm sorry.
You live in a house. You have neighbors. Nobody likes their neighbors. Neighbors are garbage. They're all trash. Except for mine. He cuts my grass. I like him a lot.
Oh, okay.
So you go out in your backyard. There's all these neighbors looking at you, not minding their own business. Here's what we do. We get you a fence, right? And on the fence, we print a bunch of offensive shit so that no one wants to be near you. And then you have all this space in your house to yourself and in your backyard.
All this space in your house and in your backyard.
Introducing, fence, Iv.
I want to leave.
So, how much are you going to invest in my business?
Have you ever heard of that movie with Susan Sarandon and Natalie Portman called Anywhere But Here, bitch? That's where I want to be. Anywhere but here, bitch.
I need $65,000 to get started.
First of all,
you can have 3% of the company.
I don't even know what's happening. First of all, this is a fence. Okay. Mm-hmm. This is a fence. Mm-hmm. Okay. So what if you are part of a homeowner association? Do you really think that these white people are gonna let you post up?
We don't cover liability. We just sell the fence, and you got to deal with your HOA yourself.
Okay. So when your neighbors burn down the fence because it's obscene,
it is a fire retardant fence.
What is it made out of?
Fence material.
That is fire retardant.
And it's not just graffitied, because you could go out and write stuff on your own fence. Mm-hmm. We print them. Have you ever seen a printer?
Yes.
Where you put the paper?
Yes.
Well, we put fences in there.
I want this to end. Bitch, I will give you $2 and a gift card to Chipotle.
Not a gift card. Ooh, Chipotle.
Okay, that's all I will give you, because, bitch, I'm not investing in this fucking obscene ass fence.
So you're out.
Mm-hmm. I'm
okay.
Gonna go.
Okay. Well, here's my other one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have friends?
Sometimes.
Are they annoying?
All the time. Especially
You ever had that friend who is constantly asking you for your phone charger because they can't fucking plan for a full day where their phone has battery?
I feel like you're talking about me and I'm getting upset. I feel personally attacked right now.
Introducing the uncharger, which is a charger that you hand your friend who can't plan for the goddamn day, that uncharges their phone. It just takes the battery out of their phone so that they learn their lesson and charge their own goddamn phone and stop asking you for their charger.
So you want there to be fights, because I feel like that's what you're saying to me. You're going to uncharge my phone? What kind of sabotage?
You should be able to plan for a day where your phone has its own charge, Stop asking me for my phone charger. This isn't personal. But you do let your phone die pretty often.
Because I really am not attached to my phone. I just be throwing my phone across the room and don't really give a fuck. But, if I'm asking you for your charger, it's because I need a charger. What if in your effort to teach me a lesson, that's the time that my phone dies and I really need it because my car has a flat tire, or this man is trying to kill me?
Not this man is trying to kill me.
Bitch, I just ordered some food and then my phone died and they're trying to get in contact with me so I can pick up my food. This is really a problem.
It's very mean-spirited.
Do you understand? Especially when it comes to food. So what I'm saying is, don't uncharge my phone.
So you're not going to invest in that?
No, because this is not worth it. No. I'm sorry. And I feel like the crime rates will skyrocket. Honestly, I feel like it's going to be an epidemic of just niggas fucking niggas up because how dare you, in the words of Tyra Banks, how dare you uncharge my phone? No. It's going to be no for me. I'm sorry.
We can get into the skinny for this week, which is all about, I feel like, how would we categorize what we're going to talk about today? Is it mental health, or is it anxiety? Does anxiety have to do with mental health?
I would say a mental health check-in.
Okay.
A mental health check-in. It's going to be a little bit more of like a serious episode because we're just going to be honest and transparent about how we're feeling in this particular time, being as though it's like closer to the holidays and things are coming up. So we're just kind of checking in to see how we feel, how things are going, that kind of thing.
So for me, this week has been crazy. Let's start Monday. Monday, after dinner, I was just feeling crazy. Like, I thought I had been drugged. It was that crazy. And, like, my cousin is the one who brings the food, you know? So I'm like, there's no way she would have drugged me, you know? She would not have laced this with anything. So, like, what's going on with me? Like, I felt like I had been roofied, you know? Like, I mean, I've never been roofied before, but I imagine it felt like that.
Oh, my God. What was the feeling? Like, you felt...
Just disoriented. I just felt like I was going to die. Like, I felt like something was not right. And, like, this is the moment where I stop living. And it was like the world is ending. I am going to die.
Oh, my God.
I was sure I was going to die. So I was like, I'm just going to go to bed. I wake up, like, 3 hours later. So now it's, like 1 a.m. And I have this piercing headache that, like, feels like needles are trying to come out of my eyeballs.
Oh, my God.
And it's so bad that I get up and have to throw up because the pain is just so much. And I'm like, somebody has drugged me. Like, somebody is trying to kill me.
Oh, my God.
Turns out it probably was just an anxiety attack. Apparently, anxiety attacks feel like you're going to die. I've never had, like, a full-on anxiety attack like that before, but it was, like, real bad. And the headache was, like... I'm pretty sure it was a migraine. I've never had a migraine before either, but it was so bad. Like,
and it's crazy because the fact that you were sleeping, like, I feel like anytime then you're asleep, I feel like sleeping cures all ailments in my mind. Like, you could be going through stage 6 cancer, bitches. If you go to sleep, you should be okay.
Not stage 6 cancer.
Stage 6 cancer. So, if you go to sleep, you should at least be fine. But the fact that this ailment, you know,
it woke me up out of my sleep.
Woke you out of your sleep,
and then I couldn't go back to sleep. Like, I had to sit in the pitch black darkness. I wrapped like a t-shirt around my head so that no light could get in. It was bad.
Oh my God.
For a while, I sat in the bathroom, like in the bathtub, with a towel wrapped around my head because it was like the quietest place and it was cool in there. And I didn't want to wake up my partner because he was asleep, so I didn't want to be like, something's wrong with me, wake up, you know, because what are we going to do about that?
And it could have passed or whatever.
Right. But it didn't. I ended up calling out of work Tuesday, and then I was talking to my partner about it, and he's like, you know, this happened. I mean, not this seriously. Like, this seriously has never happened this serious of an incident has never happened before, but he's like, you know, this happens every year around this time. You get really anxious around the holidays because of the time you have to spend with your family. And I realized that that's true. Like, I don't want it to sound like I don't love my family because that's not what it is. It's just being around them stresses me out a lot because I feel like I don't measure up to what they expect me to be. And then I feel all of this pressure to be somebody that I'm not, or to like give off this illusion that I like have my shit together and I have this plan and this path in life that I don't have because I feel like they expect me to be that person, and they are all so well put together.
So, like, you, after your partner said that, after he said that, was a situation where you could, like, recollect you having a similar, not to this severity, but, like, having a similar feeling, emotion.
Yeah, it's never been this bad, but it's always, like, especially Thanksgiving, because my grandmother hosts Thanksgiving at her house, so it's not something that I can skip.
You've never missed a Thanksgiving?
No. Usually I'm like there early so that I can help cook, and I'm there late so that I can clean up. Like, it's a thing. I am a part of that. I can't skip that because then it wouldn't run smoothly, you know? But it's always like the week before Thanksgiving, I'm like, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to get out of bed. I just want to lay here. I want to eat a whole bunch of stuff and like not think about anything. I want to drink a lot. It's always that. It's been that since like, I want to say since like college. I don't feel like any of my family knows this. So if y'all are listening, I am sorry. It's not because I don't love you. It's really just because like I'm stressed.
And I also feel like, I mean, I don't want to like discount the reality of like discount the history, your family's history, or discount like the interactions that you have with them that cause you to feel this way. But I feel like those things could be happening and be true and be real, but also at the same time, because we're talking about anxiety, there could be a certain level of like amplification of those things in your head.
For
like
real, for sure.
You're like, I don't want to make it sound like you're like concocting this whole narrative in your head about how this whole interaction with them is going to unfold, but I feel like there is a certain level of overthinking, because I know you, me are very similar in that we overthink, we overanalyze, we also like sometimes can create whole narratives and whole project whole emotions onto other people that may not necessarily be, you know, real or true or honest. So I feel like that could be part of it. I don't think that's all of it, but it definitely could be part of it.
No, it definitely is. Projection will really have you out here looking crazy.
Looking crazy.
And I do feel like I project a lot of stuff, like a lot of insecurities onto family gatherings, mostly because I personally feel like so many of them have their shit together and are like they're lawyers or they're doctors or they have these large houses that they have no problem paying for. It's not like I had to decide whether I was going to pay my car note or my car insurance this month. You know, that's not real because my car's paid off. But I live that way. You know,
Right.
I don't feel like any of them live that way, and they expect me to also not live that way, and I have not reached that yet.
And there's a certain level of like, it's not a situation where, and that it brings me back to my point of like, those things you can feel and believe in your mind, but then also there has to be some sort of evidence. There has to be some sort of like manifestation of those things through your interactions with them. So is it like something where they're saying to you, like, oh, when are you going to do
they
X?
definitely ask me questions like that, like how's school going? When are you going to graduate? When are you going to do this? When are you going to do that? I don't feel like they're asking in a malicious way. I don't feel like they're intending to ask in a malicious way. I feel like it hits me maliciously because I don't know. I have no idea how to answer these questions, and I feel like not giving you the answer you want is letting you down.
Right.
I feel that way about a lot of things, but especially with my family.
Do you feel like it's a situation where you could ever be honest with them about you not knowing? Like,
I feel like it would be a lot easier for me to just be like, I'm just out here doing what makes me happy in each specific moment if they hadn't financed so much of my life previously. Which sounds crazy because, like, you have a kid, you are supposed to take care of that kid. But I feel like there are levels and limits to that as well. Like, if I have trouble paying my car note this month, my mom or my grandmom got me for sure. But I can't then turn around and say to them, I'm quitting my job because I want to go travel. And then next month be like, oh, I can't pay my car insurance. I'm in Las Vegas. Can you send me some money? Like, that sounds crazy to me.
Yeah. And I mean, there's so many levels to this because I also feel like as Black people, it's crazy because I was in a podcast that kind of overlaps earlier today about this, but as Black people, we have really internalized this whole message of hard work. Like, and specifically with a capitalist setting, feel like it's almost disrespectful to be lazy or disrespectful to participate in any kind of self-care activity that doesn't involve labor, like actual in like kind of capitalist notions of productivity and labor. If we aren't participating in those things, then we're not doing work. And that's offensive to people because then they think that you're lazy, especially if it's a situation like you said where they have contributed financially to your development and your growth and where you are right now. It's like, I can understand how that can cause anxiety if you're experiencing feelings where you're like, I don't want to work in this industry. I don't foresee myself in this industry for long. Or I do want to work in it right now, but I don't know how long it's going to be that I want to work in this field. Like, the fact that you don't have answers to these questions when they feel like you should, I think definitely could cause stress, anxiety, and that can manifest physically and stuff.
Well, yeah, the manifesting physically part is the part that blows my mind.
That's crazy. It's
feeling really anxious is like, I feel like I've felt anxious my whole life. I'm a very anxious person. But there's a difference between like bouncing my leg constantly and I can't open my eyes because my head hurts so bad.
Yeah, that's
I'm
wild.
throwing up because my head hurts so bad. That was crazy.
Mm-hmm. And I also feel like people, the whole conversation about mental health and anxiety is a really like a nuanced conversation because I feel like I want people to. I'm really trying to think about the words I use. I'm glad that we're having an open conversation about mental health in like public discourse, and we're really prioritizing people taking care of themselves, seeking out therapy, seeking out counseling, going to the gym, like really doing mental check-ins and thinking critically about how they feel emotionally, mentally, socially, that kind of thing. But I also feel like we can't we shouldn't like get into the habit of like diagnosing ourselves with things.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm not saying that applies to you. I'm just saying in general.
No, I was thinking the same thing. Like, I've never actually been diagnosed by a doctor with like an anxiety disorder.
Right.
I'm just telling you how I feel on the inside.
Right. No, and I wasn't saying that as a response to you. I'm saying that because I feel like what I was going to say is I don't think I've ever experienced anything close to what you described. I feel like I'm a worrier. Like I am a worrier. I'm a very antsy person. I'm a very like over-analyzing, overthinking person. But there have been manifestations physically in terms of when I was in grad school and going through that whole process, one of the things I developed, it was like so like on a subconscious level, I didn't even realize I was doing it, is I pace. Like whenever I was writing a paper or I was thinking about things I had to do, when I was in my apartment by myself or even just like in public, I would walk around, like walk back and forth. And it's like, I remember researching this and thinking like, is this like a sign of like some sort of mental health disorder? But then I also saw that it's kind of like in the literature that I was reading, it's kind of like there's no consensus. There are some scholars, there's some voices that say that is a sign of some sort of mental health episode, disorder, whatever word you want to use. And then the other people that say that is a sign of you processing information. Because it's like you have to think it through and that's manifesting through in your body.
Yeah.
So I say all that to say that although I've never experienced or been clinically diagnosed with any kind of like mental health disorder, I feel like one of the things that this whole conversation about mental health publicly that I value is that at least it has us all thinking critically and seeing how our mental impacts our physical and how that like impacts our day to day and how we move.
Yeah.
And it's wild because you should be having these feelings like you
especially around the holidays, which is supposed to be like a happy time where you just like get together with people and community. That's not a verb, but like, you know,
like yes, you have communitize, bitch. I'm done. But like, you know, have community. This is your family. What is it? You know, the holiday is supposed to be not the only time, but one of the few times throughout the year where it's like we can get together, break bread, enjoy good food, look at each other in the face, and
it's just like laugh and have a good time.
Right.
And I feel like when I was a child, that's what it was. I didn't have any like when I was I would say all the way up to like mid high school, like before you have to actually start thinking about what you're doing with your life. I was fine. It was like okay, all my family's gonna be here. Hi, how are you doing? How's school? It's great. I have all B's. Whatever. Then it turned into how's college? Like, what classes are you taking? When do you think you're gonna graduate? Do you feel like you're on track? And it just like spirals from that. Like, there's never a finish line. You know, there's never an end point. It keeps moving. It's never oh, you're doing great. All right, cool. It's okay, now what are you doing next? And I feel like I don't know. I'm doing what I'm doing right now. That's it. That's all I got.
I have a lot to say about this because this is also starting to bring up feelings for me. I mean, I don't want y'all to really think I'm out here like some sort of anti-capitalist. I low-key am. This is really fucking wild because I think capitalism has really, in terms of how we internalized it, has really affected our psyches in ways that we really need to start to unpack. Because I feel like we have been convinced to think of things in terms of like labor and outcome as opposed to like actually checking in with people on how they're feeling. Like we think in terms of like productivity and like your career and like any kind of like business endeavors, those are indications of like how you're doing.
Yeah.
mentally, physically, emotionally. So the fact that you have a new job, oh, you must be doing well. The fact that you just got this other degree, oh, you must be doing well. The fact that you got, you recently got married and had a child, you must be doing well. As opposed to, how are you doing, bitch? Like, how are you doing? Are you okay? What's going on? Like, how are you feeling? Have you, are you praying? If you are, a religious person, are you praying? What's your spiritual life looking like? Psychologically, how are you doing? Do you have any issues that you feel like you need to work out in therapy? Like, I mean, don't phrase it like that, but you get what I'm saying? We don't talk on that kind of level. We only think in terms of, because
have you hit a milestone?
A milestone. We only think in terms of outcomes. And it's, the holidays is the only context that I can think that this happens in, specifically for you. But in my case, whenever I like have an interaction with people like who I was like cool with in college, who, if it's like a homecoming event, or if it's like a get together where we're just like I have friends from Res Life when I used to be an RA in college. We'll get together and they'll like ask questions like, how are you doing? How are things going? And it's like, it doesn't necessarily give me anxiety, but I feel like I don't like it when they ask me those kinds of questions sometimes, because and this is my projection, my insecurity, because I don't like where I am. I feel like I see so much, similar to you, I see myself in a completely different place than where I am now, and I want so much more for myself. So the fact that you're asking me about it is reminding me of me not being there, and that can cause like different feelings and emotions. I mean, I'm not saying that because I don't want them to ask me the questions. It's just, that's how I feel when they ask me. And it's kind of similar to what you're describing.
Yeah, because I feel I'm seeing in my mind all of the things that I want to do, but I can't, especially not in my family, I can't say that to them because they would look at me crazy. Like if I was like, I want to move to California, make YouTube videos, and that's it. They would be like, girl, what? Like, how are you going to feed yourself off of that? That doesn't make any sense. All of this is stupid. You need a different plan. You need to do something that's going to make you money. And I'm just like, I mean, money is great, but also so is happiness. Right. And I feel like happiness is greater than money. I mean, you still got to eat. I get that. But if I am making $1 million, but I hate my life, like, what are we doing?
And I also feel like we really, again, going back to my capitalism, anti-capitalist, rant, we really need to start to unlearn and think about ourselves outside of work. Like, think about ourselves outside of career and, like, professional aspirations, and start to think about ourselves like, not only do I want to have a fulfilling career and a passion for something that I can really invest my time and energy and resources into, but also I want to be a good person. Like, I want to give back to my community. I want to actually give to causes and have, like, different like philanthropic endeavors that I want to participate in. Like there's I want to learn a new skill. Like I want to learn how to sew. I want to learn how to do makeup. Like I have all these creative endeavors that I want to participate in. Like there's so many other contexts of your life that I feel like we don't even ask questions about when we're talking about checking in with people. And to me it's harmful, because I feel like if we only are saying that you're only doing well if you have a job, then it's like, or if you have a job that is considered like prestigious or is associated with a higher paycheck, like, then that's an indication that you're doing well. Then you're missing a huge part of who I am. Right. Like all the other stuff that I possibly could be doing that may not necessarily result in monetary benefit, but still to me are fulfilling. I'm happy. I'm cool with them. They're, feeding me intellectually, emotionally, not mentally. Financially, but it's like, I'm getting mad because I feel like we really have to unlearn that shit. And that's one of the things I learned. I'm gonna let you talk, but that's one of the things I learned when I was like learning in French class. This is about to take away when I was in college in French class. Child, we had to take French class. Oh my God. And it was 4 days a week. When you learn a language in college, they had you taking that class 4 days a week, bitch. I was like, oh no, this is the problem. But one of the things they taught us is about like the culture of people in Europe. And one of the things that they say is they don't focus so much so on like what you do as an indication of like your character. They focus on like who you are as a person,
which is how it
should be. To me, that is the most logical connection, not opposed
especially in a capitalistic world where like you have to do certain things to survive.
Right.
It shouldn't be about what I'm doing. It should be about who I am and why I'm doing it, maybe.
Right. Like the fact that I'm literally I feel shame because of the place that I work. And it's not a shame because my job isn't like a bad job. I mean, to somebody else, it could be the perfect job for them if that's what they want to do.
Right.
But to me, I feel shame in telling people what I do for a living because it doesn't align with what I see my future to be. So I feel like it's a waste of time. Like I feel like I'm wasting my energy and my effort and my skills by doing this because we discussed, like responsibilities call for me having to do this in order to sustain myself financially.
In order to live.
To live. Like, nigga, in order to live, I have to do this shit. So the fact that I feel shame because of that and that could impact me in different ways where I like participate in, different coping mechanisms. But like we shouldn't be feeling that. Like there shouldn't be so much mental impact associated with your job, like with your career.
Or with how much money you make, period. Like if I was a preschool teacher, right? And I was making nothing because they pay teachers nothing and preschool teachers even less.
Right.
But that was fulfilling work to me. Like I enjoy helping children grow. That is fulfilling work to me. And I'm not saying that anybody was like, you need to make more money. But there was a lot of pressure from my family to go back to school so that I could do something that would make more money.
Right. Timelines really fuck us up.
I know you're not supposed to compare your journey to someone else's journey. I get that.
In social comparison, even if it's someone who's in your family, me and my friend, shout out to my friend DJ. Me and her used to say this all the time when we were in grad school in the same program together. I used to say to her, she used to say to me all the time, social comparison will really fuck you up because it will really have you. And it's crazy because it's the most human thing that we do. Because, and this is what's fucking wild to me, is that people will really be out here saying, oh, I don't pay attention to what these other hoes are doing. You all hear these rappers and niggas in hip hop talking about, oh, I don't pay attention to what the other niggas do. I'm only focused on me. I'm like, nigga, you're lying.
It's a lie.
Because it's the most human thing to say, oh, this person has that. I want that. How do I get there? Like, that's the most human thing that you possibly can do. So, saying that, I still feel like we have to make a concentrated effort to, like, combat that with the opposite feeling or the opposite thought, which is, even though this person has that, there are so many other things that could have contributed to why they got there that I don't know or I'm not privy to that are putting them in that position for that reason. You get what I'm saying? For those reasons. And the reason I'm saying is because I feel like that could be at the center of your pressure. Your anxiety is that you feel like you're expecting a certain outcome from yourself based off of what other people are telling you should be doing. Like based on or where you should be because they have been in a similar position or what you would consider a better position at that time in their lives. And I'm like, that's hard. That's horrible.
Yeah.
Like, you can't.
Where all the stress comes from. And my partner gives me ways to, like, combat that all the time. It's like do we care what they think? Why do we care what they think about talking about my family, right? And I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know why I care so much. I feel like I don't want to disappoint them because they have supported me thus far.
Right.
I also don't feel like they would stop supporting me. It's just a disappointment that is hard to deal with, you know? Okay. I have another little game that we can play to try and like break up the seriousness of this conversation. So I have a little jar full of these folded pieces of paper.
Okay.
On the folded pieces of paper are instructions. And you have to follow said instructions. You've got like 10 seconds to do so. It doesn't require getting up or anything.
I don't want to play this, but give it to me. I just pick one?
Yep, and then read it to me, and I do the instruction.
Name 5 religions.
Okay, Catholicism, Christianity, Judaism, Buddhism, atheism. Is that a religion?
I mean, I guess you low-key could argue that...
Okay. That one was easy.
Is Catholicism and Christianity the same thing?
No, you can be Christian and not be Catholic.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was just asking the question. The people wanted to know.
The people wanted to know.
The people wanted to know.
Name 5 types of cheese. Go. 10 seconds.
Gouda, Monster, Pepper Jack, Cheddar, American.
Come on, you better know your cheeses.
Bitch, come on, okay? I know some cheese, bitch. Okay. I assumed that position. Okay, I did not play.
I assume that position.
Oh, this is yours. I got so scared. I'm like, I don't know if I can do this.
What is it?
Name 3 Hollywood directors.
Oh, okay. Steven Spielberg, Ava DuVernay.
Yes. Peter Jackson. I'll give you that.
Who's that?
For Lord of the Rings. He's the guy who directed Lord of the
Okay.
Rings.
I was going to say Michael Bay. I think he did the Transformers.
Okay, you had it. I'm sorry. I just wanted to assist my sis. I wasn't going to let you fail.
Spike Lee is also a director, right?
Come on.
Is he direct? Is he Hollywood?
He's black.
Come on, black. Ava DuVernay black, too.
I feel like Hollywood is like a nondescript term. It means anything fame, celebrity, related.
Okay. You're right.
Oh, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh. Name 3 famous Jennifers.
Jennifer Hudson, Jennifer Aniston, Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, come on, you better know all 3 of them.
Okay. 3 things that you can do without your hands.
Oh, okay. Suck dick. Eat ass. I guess you might need your hands to eat ass.
I would, spread them. But you really have to.
If they spread them, though, I don't need my hands. You just hold them open.
Okay, so I'm confused. These are things that you would not. Okay.
That I don't need my hands
to
for.
do. Okay, clarification.
That's how I took it.
Okay, so then. Okay. So for ass eating, you don't need your hands.
Right, because if the other person is bent over pulling their own cheeks apart or laying down on their back pulling their own cheeks apart.
I wasn't going there. I'm like, I think you can just stick their tongue in your ass.
But it really depends on how big the ass is, because if you got to move your face in between the cheeks, you might need it to be held open,
I would prefer you move your face between the cheeks than hold it open. I'm just going to say that for the record.
Okay.
For all the ass.
How many was I supposed to do? 2 or 3?
3.
Oh. Suck dick, eat ass.
And this is not, it didn't have to be sexual, but you're trifling. It's clear that you're nasty.
You're trifling. Speak.
I'm leaving. Is it my turn? This is a cute little game. Oh my God, we should do a whole episode of this.
Name 3 things you can swallow.
Ice.
Ice.
Water. Apples.
Apples? I like how you were so innocent, because my first thought was dick.
Dick secretions.
Ew. Secretions.
We love a secretion.
Do we?
Name 5 Beyonce songs. Ugh. Wait, hold on. Wait, is this mine?
You can do it. Go ahead.
Wait, this is mine.
Go ahead. Name 5 Beyonce songs.
Sorry. Schooling Life. All Night. Countdown. Give Me Bodies.
I feel like that was way too easy.
It was very easy.
All right, so I'm going to do this one, and then those 2 are yours.
Okay.
For you to ask me. Name 3 food places in the food court of the mall.
Chick-fil-A, Subway, Salad Works.
Okay.
Okay, bitch, I was stressed. We were getting down to the wire there. These are good. We should both answer the questions.
Oh yeah.
We should have did that.
We can do another episode, a full episode of it.
Yes, I love this. Okay.
All right, read these 2 to me.
Okay. Okay. Bitch, name all 9 of Santa's reindeer.
Jesus. Okay. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Tequila, Whiskey, Vodka, Blitzen.
I want you out. I want your things. Apparently, this is a debate. One of the things I found on my Google search, According to Reddit, there's 10, but I don't think anyone knows the 10th olive.
Rudolph? Oh.
I'm going to read them to you. It's Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, and Vixen. So, yes, maybe that was from a song. Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen.
I said Blitzen. What did I say? Vodka,
Vixen.
tequila.
Oh, so you did 5, and you didn't say Rudolph.
Is Rudolph one of them, though? Does he count?
Rudolph does count.
Okay. Who's Olive? That's one of the reindeers?
Wasn't Olive Popeye's girlfriend?
Yes.
Her little skinny ass.
Her name was Olive Oil.
Bitch,
Olive
what?
Oil.
Olive Oil. She was so thin. Her and Houston's from fucking Courage the Cowardly Dog. I feel like we're descendants.
Because his little elbow used to freak me out. It just sticks out of his whole arm.
And that hat was entirely too big, bitch. Okay, I know. You could have sized down a couple of sizes. Name 4 things you can eat without teeth.
A dick.
That's literally been your response to every question.
Because, like, it works.
It applies.
How did we get here? Nobody's supposed to be here.
In the words of Deborah Cox.
Okay, 4. Dick, lollipops.
So things that require sucking.
Ass. And...
Dick.
Soup. You don't need teeth for soup.
Ice cream. Yogurt.
Ice cream.
Jello.
What did I say?
Water. Like, these are things that you
don't eat water.
that you can partake in without teeth. That was last.
Obviously, my brain is on sex.
Ooh, we need to have a sex episode.
We do. We need to have a sex episode.
So, do we want to wrap the mental health conversation with that? Is there anything that we think the listeners should take away, or
just when you're asking your friends how they are, ask them how they are, not what milestones they've hit lately. Same with your family. Ask people how they are feeling on the inside, not what they have accomplished on the outside.
Yeah, that's a word. And also, I feel like, because I don't get this way around the holidays, but because I feel like maybe this is your only experience, maybe there are people who experience this, just make sure that you're checking in with yourself during this time, if this is a tough time for you. And let us know. I mean, I don't know.
Waking up with a migraine is not fun.
Oh,
so
girl.
Address the things before it gets that bad.
It sounds dreadful. But, like, you know, we're not licensed mental health professionals by any means, bitch. But you can write in and talk to us about your experiences if you would like. I don't know what I would contribute outside of, you know.
Damn, sis.
I'm like, oh my God, that is crazy. That'd be me all the time. I will give you one of those. But, you know, I want to hear it because I'm nosy.
Because I'm nosy.
But, you know, take care of yourself, whatever that means.
Amen. All right. Do you have a weekly consumption?
I do.
Okay.
So I have been watching, and I'm obsessed with Saucy Santana. Do you know who Saucy Santana is? Mm-hmm. They're like, I mean, apparently they're like becoming an official like musical phenomenon, rap personality, social media personality. But apparently he was huge friends with, what's her name, Carisha from City Girls. And they had these lives on Instagram where essentially they're just sitting there talking shit to each other. And somebody had put this on YouTube for people to watch. And I was watching some of these clips on YouTube. These niggas be having me dying, Taylor. When I tell you they be having me dying, they have all these sayings that I feel like I just need to incorporate in my life. Like, he'd be like, Carisha, please. Like, Carisha, please. And then they be just talking shit to each other. They be like, well, your ass stink, bitch. Like, really talking, oh my gosh. Talking to each other greasy. And it'd be the funniest fucking thing. And I'm like, I see myself in some of this. I don't see myself in some of this. And I just think he's a sickening ass person. First of all, this nigga be having nails that are like, I don't know like how you're scratching your butt, like how you're
Not
wiping your ass. Like, I don't understand. These nails are long, bitch. They're very ornate nails. And then he stay having like a Chanel bag.
Come on.
And out here looking cute, but then be giving me ratchet to the 87th degree. And I'm not even mad because I love the juxtaposition, but because bitch, you have Chanel, but you're also a hood rat,
a hood rat,
a bird, which I am not mad at.
What a bird.
But their lives are really, really funny. That's what I've been obsessed with. I've been like watching all of them. And that Carisha, please, it really takes me down, okay?
I bit the bullet and downloaded TikTok against my better judgment. And most of TikTok is fucking ridiculous. But if you dig deep enough, you find what I want to call black TikTok.
I was about to say, because this is very white. I'm hearing a lot of whiteness on the podcast.
Black TikTok is hilarious and also very talented. Makeup artists on TikTok really be out here, okay?
Really?
And TikTok, I think you can, like, max is like a minute. So, but there'll be like people who are like lip syncing to a song while putting eyeshadow on, and then there's like a transition where they cover up the camera, open it, the eyeshadow is done, and they sing in the next line in the song. My mind is blown.
Oh my God.
There's this one creator, her handle is Donnie Darkowitz. She's a black woman who does makeup, and she does like cut creases, but like multiple cuts in each eye. So it's like, I don't even know how to explain it. I'll link her Instagram in the show notes so that you guys can go look. It is bananas.
Oh my God.
And she does this stuff on TikTok, and it's just like, I could sit there and watch her videos for hours on end because they're just amazing.
Can we talk about how, like, and maybe we can have a whole episode of like makeup trends because I have a lot to say, but how like a cut crease, I feel like was such a like only makeup artists could do this thing. Now it seems like everyone can do a cut crease. Like if you can't do a cut crease, bitch, then what are you doing really?
And a cut crease is like basic. Like we're talking like double cut creases now. Cut eyebrows.
Come on, cut eyebrows, bitch.
She did a Wizard of Oz series. This was her Dorothy.
Oh my God, I need to know how small these brushes are. Because bitch, you're really giving detail. This plaid eye. Mm-hmm. This is wild. She's good. She's really, really good. I'm gonna have to follow her on Instagram. You know, I follow the makeup girls and the
the makeup girls
and the natural hair girls. Even though I don't wear makeup, I do have natural hair
on your face as well.
What'd you try to say?
That you have natural hair on your face.
I have natural hair on my head as well. Can you put 4 plaits in my hair, please?
Do you have 4 strands of hair that I can cut?
Bitch, yes I do. Just not today because I just shaved them today. And I like how, I mean, this is like a natural beat, obviously, but I like how like the skin is always very like simple. Like she's not giving me a whole bunch of blush. She's not giving me a whole bunch of contour. She's just giving me an eye look.
The statement is the eye.
Right.
All right, before we sign off, I have another Shark Tank invention. You ready? All right.
I'm not ready. Why did I agree to this? I don't want to do it.
You ever had a mouse pad? Mouse pads for like computers, they're always just black. You know, they're all black. They're just
always just black.
Mouse pads are black. They're only ever black.
She's really lying to us.
So I designed a mouse pad that is plaid. Introducing mouse plaid.
I understand that you really just wanted to say mouse plaid, but what you can't do is tell lies, okay? I will not stand in the face of a lie and not tell the truth, okay? I cannot tell a lie in the words of George Washington. Fuck that nigga. But
which part was a lie?
Mouse pads aren't all black.
They're all black. All right, guys. Thanks for listening to this episode. I don't know what it was.
But I hope you enjoy it. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.
And let me know if you want to invest in any of my inventions, because I think they were all pretty great.
Please don't.
Mouse plaid. Like, come on. Mouse plaid.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.
I want you.